It's that time of year when the dark nights start to set in, when the weather starts to be chill, and when creaky doors just start to freak you out a little bit. Hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, kick off your shoes and relax your socks while we discuss 5 amazing indie Halloween games. Hello Neighbor is a stealth-based horror from Dynamic Pixels. You play as a kid who hears a cry for help coming from a neighbor's house. Where most other kids would run for help, the player decides to investigate further. As you enter the neighbor's house, you find yourself in an environment full of traps and a very sinister, overbearing neighbor. Right from the get-go, Hello Neighbor presents you with a very unsettling feeling, not really knowing how serious or dangerous the situation is. The neighbor is truly terrifying, and the perspective of the player is perfect to make you always worry what's over your shoulder. Plenty of times I would turn around thinking I was being sneaky, only to be scared out of my skin. Hello Neighbor produces those genuine spine-tingling jump scares while providing you with a genuinely creepy mystery to solve that you're craving this Halloween. Thimbleweed Park is a wonderful, creepy point-and-click adventure full of nostalgia, with a theme heavily influenced by the amazing X-Files and Twin Peaks, and gameplay that takes you back to the golden days of the LucasArts point-and-click adventures. You take control of 5 different characters as you try to uncover the mysterious circumstances surrounding the death of a local small-town resident. If you're looking for a nice, slow-paced challenge and genuinely enjoyable mystery while satisfying that 90s nostalgia, Thimbleweed Park keeps you on the edge of your seat as much as it makes you laugh, and is a perfect way to spend those late Halloween nights. Holy!
This can't be!
I thought the playable characters couldn't die in adventure games.
For those of you that enjoy a good old walking simulator, What Remains of Edith Finch is one of the best ever created and is perfect for Halloween. As Edith, you find yourself approaching your old family house, which has been left to you as the last remaining member of the Finch family. Right from the outset, the look of the house has an interesting yet haunting look. A building which looks captivating yet wrong, as if it shouldn't really exist. As you enter the house, the uneasiness continues with every step you take, a house which is full to the brim of memories and emotions. Throughout the emotional roller coaster of What Remains of Edith Finch, you will find yourself in many different scenarios, living through the final moments of each member of the cursed Finch family. The magic of What Remains of Edith Finch is in how seamless each scene plays through. The gameplay keeps you fully immersed in this wonderfully unsettling story. The real star of the show, however, is the Finch house, an environment which will keep you constantly on the edge of your seat this Halloween.
But the Finch family stories I believe, the ones that seem real to me, those are always the ones where somebody dies at the end. I'm not sure if the story I'm about to tell you is true or not. But I know it's something nobody's heard before. This one is mine.
PT was the teaser demo for the never-released Silent Hills, an amazing yet terrifying horror experience from Hideo Kojima, and what some call the scariest gaming experience of all time. The real-world events behind PT has led Sony to pull the game from the PlayStation Store. Now, PT was not an indie game. However, the indie game community has come to the rescue of all those PT fans who were devastated when the superb demo was pulled from the online store. PT Emulation is the labour of love from Artur Lakowski and is a near-perfect recreation of PT using the Unreal Engine, keeping the terrifying corridors of Hideo Kojima's mind alive for us to explore. PT Emulation was available to download free from itch.io for a short period of time before Konami pulled the plug yet again. However, you can still gain access to PT Emulation from Artur's Patreon page.
Are you sure the only you is you?
Guilt is the first Stadia exclusive from Tequila Works. Now before any Stadia haters click off, just hear me out, because you can play Guilt completely free if you use the Stadia free month trial, and it is a true modern day hidden gem. Guilt is a stealth horror game that summons strong feelings of Silent Hill and Stranger Things mixed with DreamWorks. It's a deceptively charming game that hides a truly unsettling story and genuinely creepy environment. Dealing with trying to find a bullied missing friend named Emily, you play as young Sally who finds herself in a distorted and twisted version of her small town with no escape. You solve puzzles and creep through twisted school corridors as you avoid the distorted mannequins and inverted head monsters on your search to find Emily. Guilt is a game that is a true joy to play, and while not the scariest game on this list, it has a wonderful balance of creepiness and story progression that'll keep you hooked this Halloween.
I need to find her. I have to.
So there you have it, 5 fantastic to creep you out this Halloween. Now if you enjoyed this episode and content like this, then hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. If you enjoy video game content and retro gaming in particular, then head on over to Retro Refresh, which is content in the US and the UK with an absolute passion for retro gaming. And if you want to show some extra support to the channel and even get a shout out at the end of each episode, then head on over to the Patreon page, just like these guys. A big thank you to my Patreon supporters who help make these videos possible, including Hilazing Retro Gaming and Jack Mawson. If you want to show your support for Chronik Spartan games, then you can head on over to chronicspartan.com and check out our indie games. You can become a Chronik Spartan patron at patreon.com, or you can kick off your shoes and relax your socks with some Chronik Spartan merch from tpublic.com. All links are in the description below. But the simplest and easiest way to show your support is to just hit that subscribe button. Thank you for tuning in.